play the corner, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season.
It's the Eagles and the Steelers on Monday night.
But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Tonight, we wrap up Week 3 with a good Monday nighter here between our visitors and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last two plays, both losses. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick six, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
On 2nd and 10. Hurts. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the air. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Tyson Anderson there to get him down defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go option to the short side. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the keeper. It's going to bring up the 3rd down. Now, this defense for the Eagles very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense.
It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And they run with Harris off the option. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. But he's got his target, Harris. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. Extra point safely through. And that'll make our score 14-7. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it was finished off by a Najee Harris touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got this to Williams, complete. Touchdown! Jamison Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Take it in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again.
And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Again, Watson to keep it. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Watson on 3rd down. Looking for his receiver sharp, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play's going and being able to make a play on the football.
A very solid gain of 27. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive. Touchdown, Eagles! Saquon Barkley from 4 yards out. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Deshaun Watson and the offense back onto the field. He's got a touchdown pass in this first half, but he's also been intercepted twice. So he'll be looking to be a bit more careful with the ball here as they start on first down.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From the 25 on second down. Watson. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. To throw is Watson. Looking for Shepard deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Sterling Shepard. 81 yards.
And the Steelers get a bit closer.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this. On the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
On first down, Hurts.
Looking left side, and it's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
On first and 10, it's Hurts.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The Eagles at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense.
They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's the option going right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. Out of the gun, Watson.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
It's taken to the 26. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Hurts.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Hurts.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a 1st down.
An option handoff given to Harris.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Up the middle they go. Warren. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Room here to run. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. 60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half. He was over 100 yards a week ago, and he's well on his way once again.
Say it with me, partner. Encore, encore. This guy's headed towards getting it done one more time.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Watson going to keep it again. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Deshaun Watson, 27 yards. Are able to cut into that deficit. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. Takes it at the 7. And out now come the Eagles. Offense running back out here, and you remember last drive was pretty quick, about 10 seconds, Charles. One play, very long pass play that ended in the end zone.
And you know, every offensive unit, when that happens, they want to come running back out and recreate it. We know the chances of that are slim because now the defense is on high alert. But at the same time, that confidence should carry over.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing is Hurts. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Watson's throw into the hand. And he lost lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
They go play action with Hurts. Rolling to his right. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
18 Rattler.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 50 yards. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. On 1st and 10, Watson. Open man is Kirk, complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. And one more time, here's Kirk. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now a first down throw, Watson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Again, it's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or to flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown, better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe. But I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. On first down, it's Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And McPherson on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. He's got a man, complete. 20. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Sterling Shepard. One play, 75 yards. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. So obviously... result is 6 points. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Fields it right around the goal line. Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Hurts sets up to throw it. That'll be incomplete as the clock... Seconds remaining. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So we've reached halftime in a while. But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Take it in at the 3. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. In motion right is Watkins. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Through and dropping him for the sack. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Going up top. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. 87 yards. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Watson on 1st down. Out to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Hassan Reddick, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack on 1st down, Watson, that's going to be caught by Kirk. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 3rd and long, it's Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. He's got room at the 30. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 57 yards. And the Steelers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point right down the middle. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Taken in at the 3. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And now out comes Houston. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
Check pass, check pass. Hey, check that, street. Big Lion.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
19 tight.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack, and it's... The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Holding offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Back to throw, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back. Oh. It will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle, complete. It's Davidson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
60 Mavericks.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Past the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of 26 yards. First down,
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Eagles. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Eagles extend their lead yet again. McPherson now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want...
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well. And it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And they run with Harris off the option. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Watson. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Watson now to throw. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. 97 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Harris. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That 2nd down play nets a -4. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. After the run, Watson going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. This an easy one, 23-yarder. And his kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
On gain of 12. And an Eagles first down.
Mustang 19, Buffalo 18.
But first down, Hurts. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly...
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A great play there. 42 yards. And the Eagles are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. And 4th down now coming up. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Houston set to take over. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Eagles. A big play there. 57 yards.
And the Eagles are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Throwing on 3rd down. Watson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And, Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football, just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
It's hauled in by Shepard. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Now it's Watson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
50. 18 Rattler.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
And now out come the Steelers. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. Throwing left side, it's complete. He's at the 30. 10. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. for the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Logan Hall fighting through and dropping him for the sack. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got it. A lot of work to get to the first down marker. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
And sometimes pride wins, doesn't it? Because, yes, they're getting steamrolled here right now. They're down big, and they're going to try a fake field goal against them. Yeah, I'm not supposed to root, but good for them for stopping that one and showing that they haven't given up on this game.
Yeah, I just can't believe, though, that they tried the fake with this wide of a margin up that. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. But as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for our visitors, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.